channel here at 307 Wood Creations. The project that we're going to work on this time is we've got an exterior 2.8 door for a shop that we are going to change out to a 3.0 door. Need something a little bit bigger. And then as part of this project is there's a loft that's above an office area, and it's just being accessed by attic access that you'd like to see in your normal garage. And what we're going to do is we're going to remove that from the loft area, and we're going to actually install a full set of stairs that makes it a lot easier to get up and down. And then further on we're going to end up building some shelving and stuff like that upstairs for some better organization. So alright, so what we've got to do here, we're going to start because we've got to get this back wall opened up over here because of the electrical. And what we need to do is we need to take our trim board around this sliding door. We got to take it off. This is stuff that we're going to end up putting back, so we need to salvage it and take it off really carefully. We don't want to try and break it. And then we're going to open up this wall so we can get into the interior part of this wall to rerun the electrical when we get ready to do that point. So go ahead and start. Let's start by removing this top trim. Just use your bar there and start here in the middle. Just kind of get down behind that.
You want to tap it a little bit.
Kind of tap it and work in there a little bit. Kind of wiggle it back side to side to help it get down in there. And you could be kind of close to where a nail is, so if you want to move over just a little bit. Once you get down in there, you'll feel where you can start getting in behind it. So close.
It's definitely a tight spot.
Let me try to help you too. Go ahead. Put that in there and I'll try to get here where I can. Okay. Go down behind there. So now you start that way and kind of go towards the edge of the door real easy. Just kind of keep prying out on it as you go. And it'll start popping there. See, there we go. Now we got the nails popping. Now the frame could be tied together there on the end, so okay, there you go. That's going good. Keep going this way. They just use finish nails on that, so more than likely some of them might stay in the wall, but it looks like they all stayed in the trim.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you want me to remove this nail here?
Yeah, you go ahead and remove those there. So we were able to get the trim off, not broken. We'll pull these nails out and we'll reuse it.
How do I get this one the way it's set in there?
Okay, so go ahead and pull okay, you got your upper one.
Yeah, I got the upper.
So now what you want to do is you want to take your bar and you want to come in at an angle. See how the nail's kind of protruding on the top?
Yeah.
So take it and come down like this. Take your hammer and smack the back of it to get your center part here underneath of it.
So.
Yeah, you'll come up here. Yeah, start up there and then just easily work down into it.
I'm gonna have to hammer it a little bit. Ladder out of the way so I can start pushing down the way. Ladder right there for us.
let's go ahead and let's take the screws out of the front of this door. Normally we wouldn't remove this door, but due to the flange around the door, it's going to be easier for us just to get it out of the way. So we'll go ahead and remove this panel to be able to access the interior part of the wall behind that. So as you can see, we've got the sliding door out. Now I'm going to work on opening up this section of the wall here. There's some electrical here that comes up in this conduit and over, so we're going to have to turn off those circuits so we can disconnect that. Once we get this off, then we'll start working on getting this door frame out. We'll try to save as much of the frame as possible. That way we can reuse it to put the new door in. And then open up this wall and see what we have as far as the header for the door and how the framing members and all that stuff play out. Because we're going to have to extend this out for the new door. We're putting in a 3-foot door. This one's only 32 inches wide. So we'll just go ahead and get started here and start opening this up. Yeah, makeshift cover for the old switch box there. I do want to stress that if you're uncomfortable with electricity, working on electrical stuff, contact a licensed electrician, have them come do this stuff for you. Alright, we're going to turn this power off. Okay, I think we got all the electrical shut off. This is a little tester. You use it on test the wires, make sure that everything's shut off. So I'm just looking for anything that might still be hot in this box. Everything appears to be off in here. So the way these things work is like, here's an extension cord. It's got something plugged into it. These things, it'll light up red if there's actual power in there. Kind of a handy little tool. Alright, so got all the wire removed out of the conduit. Now we can go ahead and remove the actual conduit and all that from the wall.
All the actual metal stuff.
If you hear voices in the background, there's some people outside. switches when you go to pop this cover off the top plate. It hits the switch and make the garage door start going up and down. We'll shut the power off so that won't happen to us. Pull line up, so it's up and down the way. Alright, so we got the existing box out of the wall, got these powered back up temporary, just wire nuts and wires together, that way we still got lights and stuff here in the shop, so we can see while we're working. Going to take these up so they don't fall out. So just got to remember when we're working around that these are live wires, so we don't want to nick them or hit them, anything like that when we're working with power tools or hammers, stuff like that. We don't want to. Them in the wall for now. Now we'll finish tearing stuff out. We're still going to try to save the framing and stuff around the door and that too. So this existing door is made for a 4-inch thick wall. We've got this wall out here is actually a 6-inch thick one. So they got some jam extension boards in here as well. Lift them. we got that wall opened up, now we'll go ahead and take this panel off here. We're trying not to remove that panel up there. Well, we may have to bring the electrical back over too, because I'll have to do it as well. And we're going to have to undo our garage door bolts too, because they're bolted through. 16s. Okay. 7/16. Okay, well, that's free. Except for I got the garage door shut off, that way it doesn't actually get opened on us, especially now we got this rail undone on this side. We definitely don't want that open on us. definitely some good ring shaped wheels. What they are intended to do. All right, those are back in the rails. I'm gonna put one screw back in just to help hold it in place. Not slipping on us. Throw it up there. Just for temporary. That way the stronger we guess whatever the motor will open on us. I'll finish taking this top section off so we get to the head. All right, I got all the interior paneling removed, so now we can see what our framing member is in here. So we can see here's another 2x10 vertical for their header. And then they've got some stacked 2x on top. Got your cripple, or excuse me, your jack stud, king stud over here. You got the king and a couple of jacks next to it here. So what we need 38 inches for a rough opening for our new door. So that puts it just outside of this king stud here. I think what we're going to do is we're going to rebuild this header. Probably added some 2x12s to eliminate some of the extra 2x's that they have up there. We're going to turn this stud into our new king stud. It goes all the way up to the ceiling, to the top plate. And then we'll fill in with the jacks underneath to give us a 38-inch opening. We need a total of about 15 inches for the header that we got to build. So we'll build that out of some 2x12s and 2x6s and build us a good header to put above this new door.